I run a wholesale food distribution business. I have been a faithful and loyal customer of 4 years with my bank. I recently needed a 5 million naira loan, so I decided to apply. Unfortunately, my request was denied. Ordinary 5 million naira. They will be all over my business to come and bank with them, but when I needed them, they just disappointed me.
The money you're coming to ask the bank for, do we know that it's somebody else's money? Because if we know that it's somebody else's money, but we won't just come and be asking for money anyhow like that.
But even when you've been using the bank for a very long time,
do you give money to everybody that asks you for money?
Of course not. I don't know if you pay me back. But why will you have running loans in other bank and then you now come and ask for another extra? Can you actually pay that money?
Welcome to the Banking Experience Podcast. On the Banking Experience Podcast, we try to review and provide answers to issues customers face in their day-to-day banking activities. As we all know, banking is a part of our everyday lives and we must get it right. I am Inubong.
I'm Faith.
On today's episode of the Banking Experience Podcast, we will be reviewing the reason why the bank said no to their valuable customer.
Yes. So if you're one of those people that have tried to take a loan, even as small as 200k from your
The bank said no, and you cannot take no for an answer.
This episode would help you. So just flow with me as I read the story of our Oga that has a big business, but he was denied. I run a wholesale food distribution business. I have been a faithful and loyal customer of 4 years with my bank. I process millions monthly in turnover, and I believe that I have maintained a good relationship with the bank and the branch where I do most of my transactions. I recently needed a 5 million naira loan to meet some working capital requirement of my business, so I decided to apply. I was 100% convinced that this shouldn't be a problem, considering our relationship and business performance with the branch. Unfortunately, my request was denied. Ordinary 5 million naira. I could not believe it. I was so angry because I really needed the bank to come through for me. They will be all over my business to come and bank with them, but when I needed them, they just disappointed me. As of this moment, I have removed all my money from that bank to another because I feel betrayed. They listed some unnecessary reason not to help my business. And they were: one, I had issued return checks 4 times within the last 12 months.
That's plenty.
2, unpaid loans with another bank. 3, irregular cash flow and incomplete financial statement. 4, I had no filing of annual returns. Dear banking experience, do you think I overreacted? So this bank no send this man papa.
That's the problem. A very loyal customer, at least. I think a very loyal customer at least should deserve a hamper.
That's not true. A loyal customer deserves to be given money when they need it. If I've banked with you consecutively, back to back, why are you not giving me loan? Small amount compared to how much I've done.
So I think that's where we missed it in Nigeria when it has to do with our relationship with banks as it regards to taking facility or approaching the bank for money.
Okay.
So because they feel like, okay, because I've been with this bank for this number of years, if I just come and tell them that they should give me so amount of money, they will give me. But the part where I want us to understand is the money you're coming to ask the bank for, do we know that it's somebody else's money?
I think most of us, we know.
Because if we know that it's somebody else's money, but we won't just come and be asking for money anyhow like that.
But even when you've been using the bank for a very long time, they know you. I'm sure that this man, branch manager, knows him. I'm very sure.
Yes, they know him now. That's why they will give him hamper. They will give him hamper during end of the year.
Hamper will not help his business.
when it has to do with facilities or loans, let me put it like that. Let me put it in a way so that everybody will understand. When it has to do with loans or borrowing, a borrowing customer, a lot of things comes to play.
Okay.
Because like I stated earlier, the money you're asking for is not the bank's money. It's another person's money.
So you're borrowing from the bank that is borrowing from another person.
No, the bank that is keeping another person's money.
Okay.
You are coming to borrow another person's money. So when you come to borrow another person's money that I am holding for the person, I have to be sure that I know what I'm doing now.
Okay.
Because even you will not come back tomorrow. Yes.
Okay.
So that's the first part. I think that's something we need to establish. We need to understand that when you are dealing with banks for deposits, for like when bank is coming to ask you, bring your money, let me keep for you. They are promising you security, that they will secure your money for you. But when you're coming to ask bank to give you money, you must also promise the bank that if they give you this money, you can pay, and the money will not kill you.
Okay.
That's what we need to establish.
Okay, let's break down the reasons the banks gave him.
Yeah.
Return checks, four times return checks, the filing of annual returns and
having
many and the
loans
likes.
in other banks that he has not paid off.
Having loans in other. Please, let's get into it. So why do we need to get all of this right?
So when it has to do with loans, when it has to do with a borrowing customer, if you're coming to ask the bank for money, there are some certain principles you need to even first of all establish from home before you come to the bank.
Okay.
You must first of all ask yourself, do I have the character?
Okay.
Even you, do you give money to everybody that asks you for money?
Of course not. I don't know if you pay me back.
So that's what we're establishing first of all. Character issue. If somebody had given checks 4 times to another person and he did not pay,
the check bounce. I think that's
the check bounce. Then
check bouncing.
That's the character problem. That means he may not be a good person, allegedly. I'm not the one that said it. But based on the stories, then he has problems with his character.
Because he's giving checks that are not going through.
Exactly. Then the parts where he has loans in other banks, he has not paid off, and then he's asking another bank to give him. Now, we will still ask again, does he have capacity to pay that loan in another bank and still pay me in this bank, and everybody will still sleep well?
But why will you have running loans in other bank and then you not come and ask for another extra? Can you actually pay that money?
So that's me. I don't have problems with you having loans in another bank and coming to ask me for another. As long as you have the capacity to pay off both, it's not a problem for us. Do you know? And now I have a feeling that when he went to that bank to go and ask for that money, he did not tell them that, see, I have loans in another bank. Because that's what they normally do. They don't tell you.
I'm sure banks carry out these checks to find out, for them to give him that reason.
Yes, because they saw that, he has a lot that in other banks he has not sorted out. You know, banks are very considerate.
Okay.
Because they don't want to give you money that will kill you. That's why I said earlier. They don't want to give you money that will kill you. Okay, let's say when he came to that bank to ask for 5 million naira, the bank at that time, they are giving 5 million naira at 37 or 40%. I'm even exaggerating. Let me leave it at 35%, 36%, 32%. Right? Let's say the bank is giving 5 million at 32%.
Okay.
Do the math now.
Please help us do the math. Some of us who are not too good at math.
No, I'm going to bore people with math, but it's a lot when you have to pay 32% annually on a 5 million naira loan. 5 million naira loan at 32%. It's a lot now.
Okay.
You know, so how much would you have left to run the business? How much would you have left to pay off the other facilities with the other bank? I know there are situations where the bank would tell you, okay, let us buy off the loan from the other bank. Let's consolidate it and let us be the one that you are only owing us.
Okay.
You understand? So, but for the bank to look at it and say, it's not worth it. Just go and finish up your problems in another bank, then we can discuss later. Okay. Then it speaks a lot about the issues. It's beyond what he told us.
Filing annual returns.
Yes.
Why would that hinder a bank from giving you a loan?
If you don't file your annual returns, CSC, Corporate Affairs Commission, would register your business as inactive.
Okay.
So if your business is inactive, so how am I loaning money? How will I give money to a company that doesn't exist?
So you're saying that everyone that has a registered company,
registered business, yes.
Yes, registered business with the CAC, you need to file annual returns.
Yes.
So some of us are not aware of
So it's something that
this
we need to pay attention
information.
to.
This is news to some of us.
Yeah.
You have to file annual returns. I know some of you out there, you've never, and you've had businesses 10 years,
Yes.
20
Yes.
years running.
Yes, and you will not
Wow.
know. It still is when you go and ask for money
Yeah.
to upscale or to increase your capacity in the business. That's when you know that you
I
have
haven't
to.
done
And
this.
you'll be shocked that the business you've been using and running, like collecting money from people and do your transactions, is currently inactive with CSC.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So is that bad?
Wow. Okay. I think so far we've touched on everything or almost everything. So there was also a reason they gave him a irregular cash flow.
Yes,
An
irregular cash flow.
incomplete financial statement. Please.
Yes.
How is it possible that someone that, according to him, he has been consecutively using the bank for 4 years?
Yeah.
So how is this possible?
Yes, it's actually very possible for you to have a lot of turnover with the bank, but then your cash flow is irregular.
What do you mean by cash flow? Can you break it down?
Yes. So, every business has its own cycle.
Okay.
It's possible that, let's say, for example, if you used to sell umbrella, if the wholesale distribution he's doing is umbrella, for example, and then during rainy season, the umbrellas are on demand, right? The demand is high for umbrellas during rainy season, and then in that period, he's going to have a lot of money coming into his account.
That's true.
Now, what happens during dry season
when there's no rain?
So I can't just give you money because you're having turnover. I need to be sure that come rain, come shine, we will not fight.
So for a business like that, he only has peak seasons.
Yes.
Which means money coming in is not steady.
Yes.
He only has one season money comes in.
Yes.
So what happens in the off season? How will money come in for him to even pay back the loan?
So there's a lot. There's a lot involved. The bank has to even be sure who is he competing with in his wholesale distribution business he's doing. Right? Is he a fringe player? Like, is he just one of the big boys? Abi is the big boy in the market.
Okay.
Because a lot of things can happen. So that's why we need the audited financials to even understand these transactions, this business you are doing, first of all. And this is a message to everybody. Every year, I would advise every business person to have the audited financials. It's not because of tax. Because do you know that, Faith, so many people have been doing the audited financials of late because of tax,
of the new tax laws that
it doesn't help. It doesn't help your business. It doesn't help your business if you don't have an audited financials. It's very important for you to have your audited financials so you know, okay, this is how much we are putting into this business. This is how much we are losing from this business. This is how much we are even making in this business.
Okay, so who does this audited financial? Let's say someone out there listening wants to get into it. How do we find, or how do we do it? Is it something we can do ourselves?
No.
Or we have to reach out
Audited financials are not done by ourselves. They're done by trained auditors, accountants. They handle those aspects of your business. And I think the most important thing for us business people to understand is that we must have adequate records. So many, Faith, I won't lie to you. So many people in Nigeria business system are using their personal names in business transactions, right? They don't have any documentation that proves that, I'm actually into business, right? Everything you're doing is on they receive money in their, if you want to pay, they receive in their personal account, they now move the money into their business account. So they don't have means of keeping records to actually understand this is how much this business is actually making. So they just come around, hey, I have 40 million turnover, I have 50 million turnover. It's not based on turnover. I have to be sure that if I give you this 5 million naira, you have to come back. So I really sympathize with him, but I feel like instead of getting angry and moving your money from that bank, you should understand what these issues are so that you can sort it out. I mean, the banks are always willing to help and assist your business.
So, for this man now, all these issues listed out, can they be sorted?
Of course.
Especially the one where he's already giving out the checks.
Yes.
They are not coming back. So that particular one, can it be sorted? Because if he's having all these issues, if he can't sort it and then get the loan, what can he do?
So he needs to work on himself his character. I'll still put it again. The character is the
You
problem.
can't give out
You can't be
checks
giving
when you
out
don't
checks.
have
It's
money.
wrong. It's a criminal offense. It's a criminal offense to be giving out checks when there's no money in your account. You get, and doing it 4 times.
4 times.
It speaks a lot.
That's
so
a lot.
yeah, so he needs to turn a new leaf. All right, maybe the next year before he starts going out to go and ask for loan again, let him
So
try.
he has to wait.
Yes, let him wait. I think he has to wait
and fix his reputation.
Yes,
And fix all the filing and his turnover, cash flow, his financial statement, all of it.
Faith, let me just add this last part. I think Nigerian business owners should try to understand when to approach the bank for money and when they could approach their fellow business people or friends for money.
Okay.
There's some monies you don't come to the bank to ask for. Because, 5 million naira at the current, eventually, your business partner, if you have good character, you don't have bad character, but I'll give you 5 million naira for business now. Because, they'll stand to get something from it.
Yeah.
And so that's the difference.
And the interest would be
way lower than what it is at the moment.
Okay, so I feel really sorry for this our Oga who got
VIP
rejected.
customer that closed his account,
very sorry
moved all
on
his
behalf
money.
of the bank that rejected you, but please don't move your money next time.
Yes, try to understand what the problems are and try to sort it out.
Yes.
Because to help your relationship, you've already had 4 years with this bank. You have a better and bigger chance of fixing the relationship and, working something good for both parties. So
yes. So I think we've come to the end of this episode.
Yes. So until we come to your screen again, do well to like, subscribe, drop your comments in the comment section. We love to hear from you. If you have your own issues and business challenges, let us talk about it on the Banking Experience Podcast.
Yes. And our next episode will be really interesting.
Yes.
Watch out for it.
That's why you need to subscribe. That's why you need to subscribe.
So that subscribe button.
Yes. So until we come back to your screen again.
Yes. Bye.